Hi, welcome to the Nay or Yay Show. I'm your host, Pierre Marks. This is the recommendation show for all your streaming services and reviews. Let's get started. First up we have is Till Death. This is a suspense thriller starring Megan Fox. Basically, this is about a married couple that are not happy in their marriage. And suspense and drama and betrayal and death soon follow and get added into the mix. Then survival becomes the only course of action because the past elements come into play.
All I'm fucking trying to do is survive, you know?
Now, I think the acting in this one was pretty good, especially from Megan Fox. This might be her best acting role since, I don't know, ever. With that being said, the writing and dialogue in this film was basically typical and not really much going on when it comes to dialogue, but it was effective though. The big thing in this one though was the tone and overall look of the film, because you felt the sense of like isolation and cold, and you really felt it when watching it. You felt freezing.
I can't feel my fingers anymore. They're numb.
Maybe you should wear these extra gloves. My hands are starting to get sweaty.
You've had this pair of extra gloves this whole time?
Yeah, we're in the Rockies.
Now, the directing in this one was pretty good. I think what really stood out with the directing was the prop directing moments for the cinematographer to really have you focus on. And as you're watching this film, those prop placements are foreshadowed, obviously, and come back into a really good effect and play in the film. Because during those cat-mouse chase moments, it really, really pays off. Now, this one was a really big surprise. I really enjoyed it. It was a slow burn in the beginning, but once things started ramping up, it was a good time. And it had a clear thought on how to direct this movie and execute it all throughout the movie. So I'm going to have to give this one a yay. Good yay. Second up we have is an action spy thriller called The Amateur. And it stars our actor who played Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Basically, we have is a CIA data analyst that goes out for revenge and blood when his wife is killed by terrorists overseas. But does this nerd have the guts or the stomach to pull the trigger, or does he use his smarts to get his revenge?
Go do your nerd stuff. What?
Now, this film is full of emotions. 1 minute you're sad, and 1 minute you're angry, and the next you're just cheering him on when he's on his missions. That's because they chose the right actor to play this character. He doesn't look threatening, he doesn't act threatening, but he pulls it off really, really well, and he goes through an emotional journey that you really root for, and you want him to succeed because of the journey that he goes through with all these emotions to take his revenge.
So many conflicting emotions. How to express them?
Herb? The only thing that really stood out to me from a technical standpoint was the wide shots of like the different countries that they go to and the different cultures they immerse you in. You really feel like you're there, which was really cool.
Free trip to Italy.
I'm not really interested in other cultures.
You're not blowing this for me, pal.
In the end, though, this movie was just kind of basically averagely surprising. It wasn't really too spectacular. I think the story was good, but the ending, I just felt like it wasn't a big payoff that I really wanted it to be. And it kind of left you like a cliche ending. So I'm going to have to give this one a nay. Just an easy nay. I say check it out, but it's just a nay for me. Now I want to take a quick break and do something a little different on this channel and talk about a movie that's in theaters called Fantastic Four: First Steps. Now this is a superhero movie done by the MCU, and I really had a blast with this one. It was a really cool movie. It had a very cool sci-fi vibes to it. I would say if you like the Jetsons cartoon, there's definitely like a Jetsons kind of feel to it where it's kind of like trapped in the 60s, but there's a lot of sci-fi cool like gadgets involved. It's all about family in this one, which I really, really enjoyed. So if you're thinking about taking your kids to go see this one, I would say definitely go for it. I think it's MCU's better movie done lately. I think they've been having a tough time figuring out what to do in this new era of their movies. This one was a kind of a knockout of the park for them, I think. All the acting was really well done. I think I had my reserves about certain characters or actors playing certain characters, but they pulled it off, and I was pleasantly surprised. So, yeah, check that one out. Fantastic Four: First Steps, in theaters now. Last up we have is Happy Gilmore 2, the long-awaited sequel. Now, this is basically Adam Sandler reviving his role as Happy Gilmore, and he's trying to help out his daughter go to the school of her dreams. But he has to revive his golf career to do so after a tragic accident. But can he accomplish his mission or his happy place? Or does his past pressures get the best of him, or his rivalries?
Yeah! You're gonna die, clown! You think that's funny? I don't need you laughing now! Whoa! Enough!
Now, from a technical film standpoint, this movie was basically any Adam Sandler comedy that you've ever seen. The only difference is this one was more well polished and colored than I've seen in previous Adam Sandler movies. What really stands out in this movie, though, is the love for this character and the property of the story. And you really see that with all the amount of celebrities that show up for this one. It was pretty amazing to see.
Wow, a lot of people showed up.
Now, even though the amount of celebrities that showed up for this one, the comedy side didn't show up as much as I think they wanted it to. But that's not saying that there weren't some funny moments in this film, because there definitely was. I just think redoing of old jokes or bringing back old characters that maybe were done a little differently here and there just didn't resonate really well in this one.
I can't let you in without your stuff.
Just let me in! We just did this a minute ago!
But before watching this one, I definitely had my reserves for it, because the track record with comedies span it over time and they try to do a sequel for it never really works really well, and it doesn't have the best track record either. This one was a little bit surprised though. I did enjoy it. I just think if you haven't seen the first one though, and you've been living under a rock for the past almost 30 years, then don't check this one out. You're not going to like it. But if you've seen the first one, I think you might be liking this one. This one is definitely more about family and the love for the character itself. So for those reasons alone, I'm going to give this one a yay. Just an easy yay just for those reasons alone. Okay, well that's all the time we have today. I hope you enjoyed the show, and as always, please click that like and subscribe button. And if you liked any of the films that we discussed, please leave a comment down below. And as always, I hope you have a good weekend, and
peace out.